Hey guys, back on tonight for a little bit of a quick stream. Apologies for not getting back to this kit for a little while. Main reason for that was because I got a new compressor and was waiting on a couple of parts to come in for it. So, honestly, that set me back a little. Had to make sure it was working fine. Did a couple test spoons just to make sure everything was working as it should. And yeah, so we're finally going to get back to this tonight. Tonight we're going to be doing a couple of things. First, we're going to be adding a little bit of a wash to these panel details here on the inside, just to give a little more depth. As that, I think, will just give it that little bit of extra. And then we're going to be painting the consoles, parts of the control panel, and a little bit on the ejection seats. And yeah, that's basically going to be it for tonight. Nothing too out there, just some quick little minor work, and yeah. So for the wash, we're going to be using SMS Gray, their wash. Started using some of their paints, and I've been liking them so far. They're acrylic-based lacquers, and in a lot of ways they're like Mr. Color paints, albeit they do come pre-thin, so that's a nice little bit of an extra. So basically just do a little around all the edges. I just want to, give just that much little bit of depth to it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just looking to accent the lines. I also didn't gloss coat this, so it still gives you the capillary action, albeit not as strong as it would if it was a pure gloss. Oops, that was a little much there. It's okay. Because you can already tell on this piece over here where we haven't done it, and here where we have, just how much more depth there is. That's really all we're going for. Very subtle little bit of extra sort of blitz. Plus, by doing this first, we may be able to do a little dry fitting. I know this is probably going to be a little strong. No, it's all good. So yeah, also similarly, since I got the new compressor, done a little work on getting some more of the DOM painted. Did the test pieces, and I forgot to grab them before I went on stream. That was a mistake on my part, and I do apologize. Probably next stream we do, or next model build stream we do, I'll be sure to grab them and bring them up. Yeah, I got the emerald color done up, picked out, like how it's going to turn out. There. Oh yeah, that's looking a little sharp. Okay, so we got that done. One complaint with this thing I have is the cap. As the cap, you go tighten down and it jumps and just keeps going, so you can't ever get it tight. So that is a little bit of a slight. So let me grab my little magnifier and we'll be able to start on getting the rest of this. As I said, this is probably going to be a fairly short stream, maybe 15-20 minutes, give or take. Mostly just to get some paint done and to get some work done. Because fortunately, there's not a lot we can do at the moment until we get some of this stuff dry. Using a fairly small brush to do this, and at least for this part it's probably a little too small, but not want to get a second brush dirty. Probably once I start working on Dash, I will be a little on the quiet side, simply because I'm also going to be trying to very carefully concentrate. Okay, got that one done. Just check magnifier. Yeah, that's good. So, hopefully, everyone's going to have a nice 4th of July. We'll be on stream again on Saturday. That's still going to happen. This isn't a, replacement stream. That's still going to happen. Depending on how much work I get done between now and then, decide, what exactly we do. Actually, now that I remember it, one thing extra we'll do tonight, also get on and do the air intakes. I knew there was something else I was going to have to do tonight on stream. I was totally forgot. So, depending on how long it takes us to do that, we may be able to do some little detailing on this. We'll see. Try not to get too much paint on the brush, just because it's more likely to run and more likely to make a mistake. That's the old less is more. And I've got paint all over my finger. Just taking a quick look. Hang on one second. Just gonna move these aside just to make it a little easier. Okay. So as I was mentioning at the start of the stream, I did get a new compressor. I actually got it a couple of weeks ago. Finally got around to messing around with it, getting everything set up, and that just took a little time. As I got a Dum a tool compressor, not a little hobby one. That's something I've been wanting to get for a long while, and I finally put the one I've been looking at for a couple of years now on sale for Father's Day. So I went, picked it up, and messing around with it. Did have to order a regulator filter for it, as obviously painting, you do not want water in your line, as it will mess with your paint. A little less so if you're using acrylics, because acrylics tend to, well, I'll take that back, water-based acrylics, sorry. Now, it just means your paint will get a little extra thin going through, so you can just, some degree, plan for it. May run your paint a little less thin, but in general, you still should always paint with a filter, just because you don't want to get that stuff in the line in general. So now let's get these guys painted up. So tonight we're just going to get this headrest part. Oops, got a little, as that's the only black section on these seats. Check the reference photos, and yeah. Also went ahead and snapped in the this back section onto both of them, because I was thinking initially I was going to have to paint them as well as one sort of sub-assembly, but checking the photos again, turned out not to be the case, and I just didn't take them apart. I figured will blend in anyway, so this isn't going to be a, aiming for like a show winner type model. This is, as I said when we started this kit, this is just a build it down, get her done type project. Go. I think that one looks good. Check with the magnifier. Yeah, I'd call that good for now. So we're doing. It might go a little longer than I thought. Still debating on where we go from here as far as projects. Got an old resin kit I started years ago that I just sort of set aside and didn't get back to. I'm thinking it might be the next project. So, but one thing I will need to do is look up some videos on painting bark, as it has a figure on a tree. Got some ideas exactly how to get look I'm going for that, but I want to check some references again, if only just for a confirmation bias. I do think just going a dry brush with a couple different colors will do the trick. However, oh crap. can never be too sure, especially when it comes to painting. Painting will always be one of those. It's better to measure twice, cut once. That way you're not having to strip and start again. Okay, now this next part is where things are going to get a little interesting. And I'm probably going to be a bit on the quiet side, as I'm going to be basically trying to really focus, carefully paint that main console. Fortunately, it's going to take a little work, and I will be having to focus a little. So apologies in advance for the radio silence. See, basically boxing in the panel, then coming back in, filling it in. If for any reason my head blocks the screen, please say something in the chat. I'd very much like to know. Because if I don't hear from anyone, I will assume everything's fine. Okay. Oops. Yeah, that cable in my way. Sorry. Is that seated at an odd angle? To adjust. Again, trying to just focus and go slow. Day. Something like this is better to go slow, carefully, than to try and rush it. Probably once I get this panel done, I will go and shake the bottle up again just to make sure the paint's nice and mixed. Not why this is a bit of an odd angle. brush down to more of a chisel point for this part. And that's one thing about brush painting is it does mean a lot more concentration. Okay, got that one done. And set him aside to start setting up. Whew. It's a little warm tonight. Oh. Okay, now in round 2. Yeah. Another thing in instructions, I'll talk about that in a minute when we go to start work on the air intakes. I noticed that we may have to play with and improvise a little. Apologies. Magnifier thing I've got. This thing just not right. Oh shoot. Okay, caught a little. On the side there, we'll have to come back later and touch that up. If when brush painting you start to feel a little fatigued, definitely you want to take a minute to just step back, breathe, get a drink, just come back. You don't want to force yourself when you're doing something like this. Because even the smallest little goof will completely mess you up. It's just a matter taking it easy. Yes. Just plan to go slow but deliberate strokes. almost done with this. Almost there. A little further. And then there. Okay, we got that guy done too. So we'll have to come back later to clean him up, but at least got that done. Oops. It's a slide. Okay. Now, now, as I mentioned before, I noticed something. Here in the instructions where they want you to add the weight for the nose. Looking at it, I think it's going to be a tight fit to get anything meaningful into that section above the landing gear bay. Obviously, once we dry fit everything in, it might reveal more information. I don't think that's going to work. So, just from a little quick fiddling I did, it looks like down here under the cockpit panel is where we're going to be able to get some weight in. Also, once we finish getting this painted and put together, then we'll be able to really, see what's going to work best. Fortunately, till then, I'm not really going to be able to do much there. Okay, so first up is 33 and 34. Now, truthfully, I probably should have done, excuse me, done these, when we first started. There's really no reason why we couldn't have done these with the rest of them. Call that a goof on my part. So put that there for now. Okay. Once we, as I said, this will probably be where we stop tonight after we get this set of intakes done. Because I will need to mostly paint these, or more specifically the inside, before we come back. And do the detailing on the panels. Yep. Okay. Sounds not right. There we go. Okay, did I clip up the wrong parts? 34, 33. 34, 33. Huh. Did they mislabel the parts? I think they may have. Yeah, that's... yeah. Okay. They got the parts backwards. I'm misreading the instructions. Something awful. It happens. It happens. You just gotta pay attention about that. As on a rare occasion, you will have that happen to you. Somebody goofs, gives you the wrong instructions. There we go. That looks right. Yeah. Okay, got that guy done. Now we just need to get his brother done. And that'll be it for tonight. Oop. Monitor. Making sure I didn't get any paint on my wrist. There we go. Get this glued on. And there. Okay, we are done for tonight. So, we'll be calling it quits there for tonight. As I said, this is going to be a little bit on the shorter side as far as streams go. Plan is to be back on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Pacific. I might get on tomorrow. We'll see. But, yeah, definitely on Saturday. So if you enjoy my content, please do like, subscribe, do all that nonsense, as it does ultimately help the channel. And until next time.